then when you come here, English is spoken differently. Is spoken differently. If you come up to the West Coast, they speak more like we speak. So when you do come to this different places, now here around the Great Lakes area, there's also a different way of speaking. It's more harder sounding. When you go there, you hear different ways of speaking English that I would imagine with China.
Pronunciation different.
Is it the same way in Thailand when you go to
North sounds different.
different sounds, different speak? Yes. So that's something also that you have to
But for me, I
consider.
think American still easier than Australian. Australian really difficult.
Australians? Oh yes, they're very good, but they're wonderful people. Oh, they're wonderful.
But English is not so wonderful. I cannot talk to any Australian because their accent is very different and very difficult to understand.
Yes.
And British also.
Yes, the British also. I would, for an English
Yes.
second language person, absolutely, it would be extremely difficult.
But for American, it's very easy to learn and it's very easy to speak.
Yeah, because it's more the purer form of the language, or international. An international. So you may be very fortunate, very lucky that you have, your brain works well with language learning.
And my best friend used to tell me that when I speak English with a native speaker and they can't understand me, it means my English is not good.
Who said that? Who said that?
My friend.
No, they're jealous. Jealous, envious. No. Your English is excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, it's okay. The some teacher doesn't understand me also. Yeah, maybe how the second teacher doesn't understand what I talk.
Oh, I understand.
But you speak very good.
You speak very well.
While you are speaking, I understand.
You speak very well. Maybe they aren't listening. Maybe the teacher is not listening. You know, that could be. A good thing too when you're learning a language, and for me, I'm talking slower than I normally do. I usually talk like this, real fast, but if you talk slower, it makes it easier to understand. It makes it easier to understand.
Talk slowly. Disturb another person talk slowly.
No, I think your friends are jealous, envious. They wish that they could speak like as you do. No, don't ever think that. Anybody else? Anybody else?
For me, moment please.
Lecture.
For me, English language sometimes difficult for me, but I never give up and I try to find a way to understand English. When I was young, I'm very confused about that, but now I have fun with it because it can open my vision. I can know everything around the world.
Very good. How old were you when you started to learn English?
I think more than 3 years.
20 years ago?
No, 3.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. Do you practice English a lot
Yes.
at home?
Yes.
Do you? Good.
When I have time.
Yes, when you have time. Good. That's how you learn, by practicing. Practicing. Practicing and going over and over, same. Then it comes easier. Would you like to? Would you like to?
Smart.
I study English about 35 years old
Wow.
because I study university.
And you studied English at the university
Yeah.
35 years ago?
Yes. But use.
You're not used to speaking it.
Sometimes forget.
Yes, that's what we were talking about, that you forgot about it. Do you speak English with your monks in the temple?
Sometimes.
That's very good. That'll help you. Not all the time, but if you take 15 minutes to talk, 20 minutes to talk, that'll help you with your English.
Yes.
When you went to the university, was it the Buddhist university?
No, I went government
Oh, to the government.
university.
Yeah. May I ask you, have you been a monk a long time?
About 9 years.
9 years. 9 years you're a monk. Will you continue being a monk?
Yeah.
Good. Very nice. Very nice. And may I ask you, what work did you do before you were a monk?
I working about aeronautical radio of Thailand, about air traffic control.
Air traffic control.
You were an air traffic controller.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. With the airplanes.
No, I work at aeronautical radio of Thailand.
The radio and the radio studio.
Company. I work about my function about air traffic control.
Oh my goodness, that's interesting. That's very interesting. And then you decided that you wanted to become a monk.
I work about radar.
Oh, with radar?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. For the planes?
Yeah.
หลวงพ่อไม่น่ามาฝึกมาบวชเลยน่าจะทำงานต่อค่ะ
เกษียณ
อ๋อเกษียณเหรอคะ
นี่ทำแล้ว69แล้ว69แล้วเหรอนะ
ไม่59
บวชมาก็ปี
ก็เลยก็59 69
เอา69
ประมาณนั้น
โอ้ถ้ายังดูเหมือน60
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Did you ever have to use English when you were working as an air traffic controller with radar? Did you have to use English?
I come here for study English because I want to
ที่นั่นทำงานได้ใช้ภาษาอังกฤษไหมตอนที่ทำงานอยู่ได้ใช้ภาษาอังกฤษไหมในช่วงเวลาที่ทำงานตอนที่ทำงานได้ใช้ไหม
ไม่นะ
ไม่ใช้
I working no use English.
Working at?
มันที่เป็นยินดีเลิกอังกฤษ no English
Oh, no English working.
With the work is not getting.
Yeah, I didn't think so. How would you like to learn the English use the English that you're learning now as a monk? Is it for your education, for your mind, or for just because you want to learn English?
เด็กเขามาคิดว่าไอ้คำพูดภาษาอังกฤษว่า dictionary I need
ธรรมะทูต
missionary I need
Oh, you're going to be a missionary.
I need
To learn English to be a missionary.
yeah
Where will you go?
now I study university about Buddhist and I finish I want to go to foreign.
To a foreign, you want to go to a foreign country that
Yeah.
speaks English to
Yeah.
teach Buddhism?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Teacher,
Wow.
about volunteer and missionary, how different? Volunteer.
What is a missionary?
Different. How different? Missionary and a volunteer.
They are asking about the difference between a
Oh.
volunteer and a missionary.
Okay, I'm not a missionary. A missionary is a person that goes to a place, it could be in the United States, it could be in Thailand, it could be Korea, South Korea, that any place in the world outside of there, that teaches about their religion,
And how about Brother John?
But
But how about Brother John? He is
Oh, Father John is a missionary. Yes, he is part of the Catholic faith. He went for training as a brother. He went for training. He went to learn about the Catholic faith. And his missionary, his mission or job, we can make it very simple, job, purpose, a mission job. What is his job as he chose it? He's not a priest. He can't go ahead and he can't say Mass. You know, the Catholics have the altar in the Mass. But he's part of the Maryknoll, the Maryknoll mission program. And he has been in Thailand since 1990. Before that, he was in Egypt and in Lebanon. But his job is to come as a Catholic person to help others. He's committed to the Catholic faith. How shall I say it? Committed. You're committed to a faith, to a belief. You're committed to a belief. So his belief and my belief is in Christianity and Christ. So his job is, and my job as a volunteer, is to come and help others learn. Maybe if they're a doctor, to volunteer to help people get better. But I'm not part of that Christian community contract? Is that a good word?
Yes, I think so.
Commitment, yes. He's part of a group. Me as a volunteer, I just come to different places to help.
Yeah.
I'm not a committed to that group of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, yeah. Where our monk will go ahead and go to another country to teach about Buddhism, because he's part of the Buddhist faith, the belief, the community.
And Teacher John, he decided to stay in Thailand, and he has to transfer to another country too, or just stay here?
He's been here since
Yeah, it's been
1990.
36 years already.
36 years.
He can decide to stay here.
Yes, he can decide to stay here. A volunteer is not, we go as part of the group, but we don't belong to the group, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? We don't, we just offer our services, and then we go back to our regular jobs. We come for a while, a volunteer, will do something, nurse, doctor, teacher, for a short time. And
And no money.
then go, no money. No money. Cost me money. A volunteer will do something for a short time or a long time, and then go home, back to their regular job, regular life. Where a missionary will stay in that life all the time, permanent.
They devote their life.
They devote, it's a life of devotion. That's a beautiful term. A missionary equals a life of devotion. You know what devotion means. You give all. Your time, your energy, your beliefs, sometimes your health, sometimes your life, to a cause. To a cause or belief. Is that okay, you think? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, yes. A missionary will give a life of devotion to a cause or a belief. Brother John's devotion has been to the people of South Thailand to teach. That's his devotion, his teach, his purpose in life. Our monks' purpose as a missionary will to let other people know about Buddhism. About Buddhism.
And this is he get money from where? From all over the world?
Well, no. Brother John, we give him money. The people who believe in what he does, Catholics, will send donations. Yes, donations. We give donations to the Marino, Brother John's congregation, Brother John's, yes. For the Buddhists, they get donations, they get money from people who believe in Buddhism. So you can go out and spread the word, tell more people about Buddhism. In the United States, Buddhism is very popular. People like to know about Buddhism in the United States, in Europe. Okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful belief. It's a beautiful way of living. Beautiful. Kindness, helpfulness.
But normally people don't know the purpose of Buddha. Purpose is purpose. What are his teachings?
Yeah.
They don't know.
But the idea that the goodness and the
Why Buddha was sent?
compassion.
They don't know. They just know because their parents are Buddhists, so they're
That's same with
Christians.
Christianity. It's the same with Christianity. We teach, but not as in depth.
But in Catholic schools, students learn a lot.
We do, because
Yes,
we have
a lot,
religion
yes.
But I may say that the faith itself, as people who may not know the whole depth of it,
Yes.
certainly live it
Mm.
in the way that they treat each other.
Yeah.
Now, if you went to the United States, I'm only using that as an example, you with all this traffic and the people we would be, if somebody bumped into us, what are you doing? Why? What's wrong? Come on, look at the traffic. Let's get going. But you don't do that. You're quiet on the outside. You don't. And my theory is Buddhism teaches you those things. See, so that's.
In fact, teachings of all the religions are same.
Belief system.
Yes, according to the situation, but the teachings, main teachings are same. You can say that in Islam, Prophet Muhammad forbade to drink wine. The same did Jesus, the same did Buddha. But people are drinking. Muslims are also drinking. So it means religion itself is a good thing. It always teaches the same thing. It will never happen that God is going to say something other to Buddha and something other to Jesus and something other to Muhammad.
It's just a different vehicle.
Yes,
It's
yes,
a different
yeah.
way of belief,
Yes,
but
yeah.
ultimately it's the same.
Same, yes,
After
same.
everything is said and done. Kindness, compassion, understanding,
Yeah,
nonviolence,
yes.
don't hurt people, live well, be
This is the main
kind.
purpose.
Be kind. That's essential. Well, that was interesting. So you're going to be missionary. Good, great. Anybody else? Who hasn't spoken? When did you start to say, is it difficult or hard for you? Who do you respect the most in your life? Who would like to answer one of those questions? Would you like to? Go ahead.
When I was young, I learned English and Thai. Now I study high school.
You studied English in high school?
Then here high school. Now I study.
No.
When I was young, my parents is poor.
Your parents were poor when you were young. So were mine. So were mine. I'm poor, very poor.
I don't learn
So you were not
Thai
able,
and English.
because your parents were poor, you weren't able to take English lessons.
I love song of English. I listening song and thinking and
No, that's okay. So when you were young, you were not able to learn English because you couldn't go to a school that taught English?
มันไม่ไปโรงเรียน
my parents no money.
I didn't know money. So, it's okay. Your parents had no money, so you couldn't go to English school.
And Thai.
Or in Thai.
Thai and no.
You have,
Now I learn in high school. Yeah.
oh, that's good. So this happens a lot in the United States. As you go to school, it's free. Public school in the United States is free, but then you don't want to go to school anymore. When you're 16, you say, finished, I don't want to learn. And then you realize, you want to know that, hey, I better learn and get an education. So as adults your age, they go back to school to get a diploma, to get an education. That's good. Good for you. That's a good thing.
Speak English not well.
That's very good. How long have you been here speaking in this
3
class?
months.
3 months in this class. It's very good. Very, very good. Very good. You do very well for 3 months. Could you speak any English before you came here?
I love it and I love sing a song.
And you like music, and English songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry? So only, you want to say something? Come on. Or you can sit there, if you want to sit there.
Happy birthday.
I'm sorry? You pick.
เรื่องเนี่ยเดี๋ยวโน้ตเปิดโน้ตโอเคโน้ต
She find colleagues.
แล้วเราถามอะไรในลองเป็นภาษาไทยเนาะภาษาดีมากเลย
Okay, listen.
Stand up, stand up.
เอาไม่ออกไปยืนล่างกันยอม ออกข้างๆหน่อยข้างๆหน่อย
You want dancer?
ข้างๆหน่อย
Music.
ร้องเลยเอ๊ะฟังตั้งใจนะเพราะไม่ร้องไม่เป็น
Movement. FC. Fan club.
ร้องไม่เป็น
Thank you.
Very nice. It's hard to learn. Good for you.
มันยังจำเนื้อไม่ได้
That's very good.
ต้องดูเนื้อเพลง
ไม่เป็นไร
Very nice.
ไม่เป็นไร
Because
'Cause who else would like to talk to?
ร้องไม่เป็น
Interesting. What did you learn English from the notes?
ไปนั่นเป็นนอกออกที่
What talk?
เรื่องร้องเพลงครับผม
A couple sentences. You just say You can stay there. Okay, yeah.
ด้วยการคุ้นเคย
And for English,
You're poor in
แล้วออก
English?
ไปร้องเพลง
I don't think so.
เป็นฝรั่ง
I
No.
respect my parents
You respected your parents?
most in your life. My father and my life. My father and my mother teach for me. Teach read and write and book and write book. My father teach
What's how to write books?
write book, read book.
Very nice.
เรียนหนังสือแหละคนนี้นะแล้วก็ then my father teach me take care myself.
How to take care of yourself. Yes, your parents are your first teachers. Your parents are your first teachers. They're the people that teach you how to act, how to talk, how to be with people. But you see what's happening is that parents, for instance, I can only speak for the United States, are not teaching their children how to act, how to behave, how to talk to people, what to do. So if a child doesn't learn, you have trouble.
How to walk.
How to walk, yes, how to walk, how to speak. And now what's very bad,
How to spin.
How to spin. Yeah, depending if the mother likes to shop or that. But you see, what's very, very bad, in my opinion, is that, I don't know if this is true in Thailand, but in the United States, we don't talk anymore. Everything is. Nobody, so people aren't talking to their, people aren't,
ขอเสื้อเช็ดน้ำหน่อยดินะน้ำ
So people
อยาก
aren't
จะดู
talking
อยากจะ
to
ดู
you.
หน้ามัด
อยากจะดูกล้าม
ลุงถอดมาเลย
อยากจะดู
ลุ
ก
ง
ล้าม
ลุงถอดมา
เดี๋ยวพี่ถอดด้วยป่ะแล้วไปกันหลังห้อง
ไปห้องนู้นจะเช็คให้
เฮ้ยเขาก็อยากเห็นกล้ามแบบ
So the problem is
จะ
that
พูดแก้ม